enjoyed this week's episode, and please like this video, share with your friends and dock mates, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us get more viewers like you.
Hey y'all, here we are aboard Yara. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to share with you was when we're doing a DIY refit, there's a lot of research involved. Like I probably spend every week the same amount of time researching as I do actually like fixing stuff and upgrading stuff and doing stuff on the boat. On average, it'll vary from week to week, of course. Some weeks more research, some weeks more boat work because the research is done. But part of that research is material selection. So choosing the right materials for your refit and equipment too, and like systems and electronics and but material selection. So metals, there's a certain aluminum that's more favored for the marine environment. Stainless steel, try to get 316 stainless steel. Wood, try to get teak or some other like strong wood that has a strong reputation in the marine environment. Plastics, HDPE is great. Sealants and adhesives, 3M products, West Systems, other things like that. Like all of those things are kind of standard things that we would use on a boat refit. But then when it comes down to some of the details that maybe you're not sure of, it takes a little time to do some research and choose materials to fit your specific project. And let me give you an example of that. So one of our projects aboard Yara is to improve the bulkhead surfaces. So when I say bulkhead surfaces, this vertical surface here, the vertical surfaces around the face of the cabinetry and drawers, this vertical surface. So like there's holes and discoloration, and like we can eliminate this hole, that hole. Like these surfaces need some love and improvement. And so that's one of our goals for our refit as well, is to upgrade it and improve it. And one of the things that we're going to do that's included in our services or surfaces or a bulkhead upgrade is some of the trim work around the bulkheads, where the bulkhead meets the deck or a bulkhead meets another bulkhead. We have this like 3 to 4 inch trim that's original from the factory that kind of fits into places where something joins something else. Over here too, we have that. So you can see I took this one off. So this bulkhead joins this structural part of the boat here. And because the bulkhead, I mean, you probably could fit it to where it's an exact, like, beautiful fitting there. Sceptre, what they've done is good enough and then cover it with like this decorative piece. You see that? So these decorative pieces though, like this one's in decent condition. But if you look over here, this one, for example, is not. See that? Like that's not good. We can't reuse that. And then the one that I pulled off also is delaminating as well. See that? Oops, sorry. See that? So I want to replace this, and I want to replace all of it. There's not a lot, but there's certainly enough to turn it into a project of itself. Because of our plan for the bulkheads, so again, we're gonna, kind of fix this and make it pretty, and fix that and make it pretty. So I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not gonna be wood, and it's not gonna be painted. But I know what it is, so therefore I need to choose a new material for these trim pieces because it's not gonna be wood like we currently have. Okay, so we ordered these samples, basically the smallest size that we could get just for a sample. So this one came in, and the problem with that one is you can see that it's just a little too transparent. So when it's up against the bulkhead, we don't really want to be able to see what's behind it. So that one wasn't a contender. So that one went away. But the commonality of all of these plastics is they're about an 1/8 inch thick, which is about what this is thick here, all the trim pieces, the original trim. So I got everything that's an 1/8 inch thick and everything in plastic and everything in white because that's a goal for our boat, is to brighten things up and modernize things. So here's another one. Again, a little too transparent and actually a little too shiny. Oh, interesting. It's from Mitsubishi. Huh. Cool. A little too shiny, a little too, again, too transparent. Another one. This one's kind of nice, but it's really shiny. I mean, you can kind of see how shiny it is. It's almost like a mirror quality finish. So that one we're not going to go with either. So then it left us with our top two. So this one, not that side, but this side is a little smoother. This side has a little too much texture and it looks a little cheap. But this side has like kind of a matte finish and it's also not transparent. So that was our second pick. And then our top pick, for a variety of reasons, was this one. It's slightly transparent. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but it's slightly transparent. It's really easy to bend, and it also kind of has a matte finish. It's a little more shiny, but it's still kind of a dull finish. And I like this one too as our top pick because it's virtually the same size as what we need when we do our replacement. So I could probably just get away with tracing that out and using this just as is instead of having to cut it to size. So that was a nice find. So now what I'm gonna do, because we have our top two samples, I'm gonna test them out. I'm gonna test them out by drilling, by cutting with a circular saw, cutting with a jigsaw. We're gonna sand them with two different types of sanders, and we're gonna drill holes in them for screws, because I wanna see how the material kind of reacts to cutting and sanding and drilling, because if it chips or cracks or breaks or whatever, or if it's really hard to, that might change which material we select. So of course, by appearance and size, this is our number one. Also, this one's the cheapest too, which is great. Per square inch, this one's cheaper than our second pick. So again, another factor here that the per square inch cost is better for us. We like the appearance, we like the size. Now I just need to kind of cut it up and see if I like how it cuts. Because if our second pick cuts better than our first pick, we might actually go with our second pick, because then the process of cutting things to size and installing it and getting it fitted is going to go way, way, way easier if the material is easier to work with. So yeah, that's a long video for with a sneak preview of what's to come for our bulkheads.